Hello, so we are back, and this time we have a customer job. Now I have the customer letter here, and what the customer is saying, this is a Asus UX334F. The fault is that the unit will no longer power on and shows no life with power connector connected to the unit. That said, if I connect a fully charged battery from another unit I have, the laptop it will power on. I remove the lead with my meter, just check to see if the power goes getting into the unit, so I know it's not the connector or the charger. I clip the lead back in place but left the screws and fit with okay. So the story is like that. Usually when I get a job, I send the customer a text, just post the laptop with the original charger. So we don't have a charger for this laptop. I don't have personally a charger for this laptop. But we can do the trick with the power supply. So I suppose the charger is good. Okay, so yeah, it's around normal round charger. So I suppose we have to fix this. So what do we know about this laptop? We know the laptop is working. That's what the customer is saying. So the laptop is working with a charged battery, but it's not working with the charger. Okay. So let's try and, oh, this is a nice one, i5 10 Gen and NVIDIA graphics, and look how small it is. Look how small it is. Okay, so let's start. Let's try and power on. Let's see if it's powering on. It's not powering on. Okay, that's good. So we have no screws on the back here. The screws are out. I just got a job. I haven't opened the laptop, so I don't know nothing about this laptop. Let's try and open. Okay, so the laptop is open. And I can't see anything wrong here. You can see anything wrong, like liquid damage and things. This is a new one, so check here. You see, that's the EC chip, the startup chip, so small. Look at those drivers, you can see. This is a new one, this is a new laptop. Look at the Wi-Fi card. Okay. The charging port has been replaced or what? It's looking weird. So look how small is this laptop, and you have the CPU, and also you have the GPU, and here you have the video RAM. Crazy, like where the technology goes. I mean, this is a small one, a small laptop. And actually you can run graphic applications on this. Interesting. Okay, so what do we check first? First, let's have a look on the charging port because it looks weird. Yeah, so the charging port looks like it has been replaced. You can see it. Let me get rid of the reflections, yeah? Okay, it's not that great, but it's better. So that's the charging port. Looks like the charging port has been replaced. So what do we have here? We have plus, we have minus, and the Asus. You remember the Asus? Yeah, well, Acer. I don't remember, but they have that weird switch inside of the charging port, right? Let's check this one. Ground, 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 ground. Okay, so no, this here we don't have that weird thingy, yeah? So this is plus, this is minus, and yeah, it's fine, it's not shorted. Let's come with 19 volts. I believe it's 19 volts The power supply is 19. Yeah, 19 3.4 amps. Yeah. So let's come with the power supply and see what is happening. 19, about 2 amps. We have the power supply on screen. Let's see, ground and plus, and the laptop is taking nothing, like 0. And that's not normal. Okay, 0. Now let's get a multimeter because I have no idea what's going on here. I will unplug the battery. Yeah. It's on the beeping. We have to find our first two MOSFETs like usual. Yeah, we spoke about that. Main power rail, how we can find it. How we can find our first two MOSFETs. That's the main power rail. Okay, that's strange. You remember what the customer said? The customer said this laptop is working with another battery. Yeah, that's what he said. But if I check, look, this is the main power rail. Has 0 ohms. You can see on the screen. So the main power rail has 0 ohms. So how this laptop can work with another battery? I mean, we had in the shop where I work, yeah, we had this kind of weird things, like people with phones. Yeah, I have a phone. I want a screen replacement. Yeah, the phone is discharged, but just one. I want a screen replacement. And if you take that job and you are not testing it, and we had problems. We are taking, not me, the other people. They took the phone, and obviously the phone was dead. Yeah, and when the customer came, was a big issue. Like the customer said, no, my phone was working and I want a working phone. Yeah. And was a big problem with, it's not only once happened so many times. That's why I told them, every time when I get a phone, just first charge it and see if the phone is charging, see if the phone is coming on, and then after that you can take the job. But otherwise, don't take it without testing. So like on this case, yeah, how can I tell the customer, yeah, how can I text them and said, you know what, your laptop is not coming on even with a charge battery, because he said it's coming on with another battery. So you see, now it's a problem. If I start working, the customer will say, you kill it because the laptop was working with another battery. So we should carry on with the work, or what? What we should do? Just because it doesn't match with what the customer said. So whatever I'm checking here, you see, 0 ohms. The battery is disconnected, yeah? You can see the battery is disconnected. You see, this is a big issue because what can be here? Shorted MOSFET or shorted capacitor? If it's a shorted capacitor, I don't care. It's just extra work which probably customer he will not pay for that. But if it's a shorted MOSFET, then you can have a dead CPU or dead GPU. And if I start working on the motherboard, I can be accused I damaged the motherboard. That's why I like recording everything. I'm not uploading everything, but I do record everything. Okay, so first let's try to find the problem. If it's a shorted MOSFET, we are stopping. Yeah, we are stopping on this point, and I'm not doing any more this laptop. Let's lower the voltage. Yeah. Let's take the thermal camera and see what is getting hot. Yeah. If it's a MOSFET, we are not carrying on. I mean, I'm not lying. If you think I'm lying, I'm not lying. So the customer said, if I connect a fully charged battery from another unit I have, the laptop will power on. So the customer said if he's coming with another battery, the laptop will power on. And I can't see how that can happen if you have a shorted power rail. So you understand, it's not matching what I'm seeing here with what the customer is saying. Okay, let's come with some power and see what is getting hot. First, let's see which is, okay, this is the main power rail. Sorry, let me grab the power supply. We have so many, we have so many problems like this. Especially like stupid things like, okay, we replace a charging port and the customer accuses us he lost his data. Like, and you remember that one with was a Lenovo a few times, few weeks back. We fixed the hinge, and the customer come back 2 months later. 2 months, yeah, 2 months later. From where you fix it, my shift key is not working anymore, and we had to replace the keyboard with a new one. I know, it's insane. But what we can do, we had to replace it. So was the customer makes such a big thing from this, we had to replace it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So plus here, and it's taking 1.7 amps. And I can't see anything. I can see something there. But what is there? So the capacitors from the CPU, GPU are not faulty, but there is something which is getting extremely hot, right? So what is there? There is the Wi-Fi card. Here is no, here somewhere, here. What is there? What is here? Here it's a connector. How can a connector get hot? Huh? You think on what I'm thinking? Must be something on the other side of the board. Okay, let's try one more time. So it's about 2 amps. Okay, that's strange. Yeah, I believe it's on the other side of the board, right? Yeah, it must be on the other side of the board. Let's take the board out and see what we have there. The battery indeed has been removed. Yeah, I can see clearly the screws. Okay, so the board is out. And what is here? What is getting hot? A chip. Look, where is the chip? You can see it? It's exactly on that corner. Okay, let's see what the chip is doing. Is the chip or is something else? Let's check the power rail. Okay, you see this chip, I don't know what it's doing, but this power rail is shorted. Okay, so probably this is the main power rail, has a bunch of capacitor, whatever that chip is doing. So let's do it like that, yeah. Let's come with some power. And let's see if the chip is getting hot or some of the capacitors. So we have ground. Huh? What is getting hot? Oh, the whole corner is getting hot. Okay, that's weird. I don't think we can use thermal camera here on this job. Let's come with alcohol. Sorry. I really trust the alcohol more. Yeah, let's come with alcohol. And let's come with some current. And I can't see anything. Okay, remember the lessons with short? Okay, the resistance is very, very low. So let's raise the current. 3 amps. Let's see with 3 amps what do we have. Look at this capacitor. You see this one? Yeah, so check there. Let me bring this on focus for you. Yeah, so that one, you can see it. So that capacitor is gone. This one. I mean, look how many capacitors are on this power rail. You have 3 here and 1 here. So the capacitor is out. Let's check the power rail for short. And the power rail is not shorted anymore. Okay? Good. We will replace the capacitor later. Don't worry. Let's test it. Let's test it. Let me put back the board and see if it will work or not. Okay, everything looks fine. Let's try and plug everything and test, because possible here to have more faults. Like the customer said, it's not charging. Yeah. This is the speaker, Wi-Fi, we don't need that. This is the keyboard backlight, this is the touchpad. Let's plug the keyboard only. Yeah. Keyboard only. Let's plug the battery. Now let's come with the power supply, 19 volts. Around 2 amps. Minus plus, and the laptop is charging fine. You can see on the screen, like 700 milliamps. 1 amp. Goes to 0, okay. It's not charging, the laptop just came on, right? Let's check the screen. Power on. Let's see. No, because the battery is dead, right? That's fine. Let's test it on a different way. Power on. The current is doing some weird things. I mean, I can see on the screen. I do have the power on light here. So switch off. Yeah, it's off. And I can't switch it on because my ground is not. Okay, probably it's my ground fault. 1 second. Power on. Oh, no, sorry, the current is too low. The current is too low. $180 milliamps. Let's power on, power on. 2.9 amps. That's how much it's taking these small laptops? 2.9 amps? Oh, this is insane. It's not too much, 2.9, 3 amps? Three amps and it's not working. Okay, it is working. You can see picture on the screen. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's working. Let's power off. And let's see the charging current. And the charging current is 2.6 amps. It's not too much, 2.6 amps, the charging current. I mean, I have the charging light here. Yeah, you can see the charging light here on my this hand. Can be right, I don't know. Can be right, 2.6 amps. It's not too much, 2.6. Okay, let me see if it's, let me check something, 1 second. Looks fine. I mean, you see, if it's a shorted MOSFET, as soon as you connect the probe, it will take the current, but not this one. So on, and you can see 0. and then it's going up. So I believe this is a normal charging current. Yeah, the coil is hot. That's good. That means it's switching. I believe it's right. Probably is this laptop is charging very, very fast. The charger is 3.4 amps, so it's fine. I have like 2.7 amps. The charger can supply the charging current. I will say let's put all back together and test one more time. Okay, so everything looks fine. It's all back together. It's coming on and working and charging. It's a nice LED there on the M2 drive. So ground plus, and you can see here, you can see the orange light, yeah, the charging light. So everything looks fine to me. I mean, it's no operating system on the hard drive, but that's not our problem. The problem was the laptop was not, the customer was saying it was not charging. And indeed it was not charging. But I believe this laptop has only one fault, yeah? I don't know why the customer said it's working with another battery, because obviously it was a shorted capacitor here. Okay, but the laptop has only one fault. Yeah, all good. You can see the fan is spinning. We have, yeah, I like this light on the M2 drive. Nice. Charging fine, around 3 amps. The battery got charged a little bit. Yeah, all good. Yeah, there's no operating system there. But our job was the motherboard. Okay. So I'll stop now. I will say thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like the video, like always, and see you on the next one. Bye.